have the state fair opening up tomorrow, so we're looking at the weather.
How exciting is that? This is my first ever state fair in New Mexico.
It's a good one.
I'm so excited, and I know you're going to be there doing some judging.
Yeah, judging the unique foods tomorrow, so I'm excited.
It's going to be a great time, I think.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we have lower rain chances again tomorrow for the metro. Right now, though, at least, most of that messy wet weather still remaining more off to the north and west of us and even down south into Mexico. There's a few systems at play right now. We have a high pressure system up to our north in Colorado, but we've also got a low pressure system off the Baja and California, and that's bringing in at least a little bit of some cloud cover for our friends in the south and southwestern portions of the state. But some spots are seeing at least some of that green starting to pop up on radar. Most of it, though, is still staying within the higher terrain and even elevated areas along the mountain chains. We've even got one lone lightning strike there to the north and east of the Angel Fire area. Los Alamos seeing some of that heavier rain as well. Again, the metro remaining more on the dry side. We do have one little cell that's popping up here in southwestern portions of Sandoval County, but most of the rest of the messy wet weather remaining to the west of the Socorro and Rio Grande Estates area. So overall, for the rest of the day today, I think, again, lower rain chances for a good majority of the state today. We do even have a potential cool front that might try to slide down into the very far eastern portions of the state today. That may bring at least a little bit of some cooler weather for our friends on the eastern side, but unfortunately for the rest of us, it's going to be pretty warm out the next couple of days. In fact, at least for tomorrow, if you are heading to the state fair, tomorrow is day one, opening day at Expo New Mexico. It's going to be pretty warm out there. In fact, temperatures, we're forecasting another high in the upper 80s. Some spots in the metro may see temperatures in the lower 90s once again. Very low rain chances again as we go into the day tomorrow, but with better model data once we get that in and later on today, well, we may see potentially a little bit more of that activity sparking up. But I think the best potential for rain comes as we get into that Friday and Saturday time frame. And the reason why is because of Hurricane Lorena. So she is now a Category 1 hurricane, sustained winds at 80 miles an hour with gusts upwards to 98 miles an hour. And she is chugging along in the eastern Pacific, moving now northwest at 16 miles per hour, moving about a mile per hour or so faster than what she was earlier this morning. She'll strengthen to a Category 2 hurricane by later today, I should say. And as we get closer to that coastline in the Baja, well, she'll weaken and make landfall as a tropical storm. But notice that once we get into about Friday and even Saturday, our upper level systems that are to our north, at least, well, could bring that potential of that tropical moisture being filtered into not only New Mexico for the weekend, but also even for our friends in Arizona and even down into Texas as well. So the next couple of days, at least enjoy more of that rain-free air for a lot of folks. Again, only some seeing some lower rain chances today. Roswell and Silver City at about a 10% chance of a stray shower or storm. By tomorrow, though, I think, again, another round of some lower rain chances for most across the northern side of the state. Again, some spots are already seeing a little bit more of that bubbling up of the atmosphere. But notice Farmington continues to remain a little bit more on the dry side, maybe a little bit of some extra cloud cover as we get into the later part of the day today. Las Vegas, only about a 20% chance of an isolated shower or storm. Across the North Mountains, some spots are seeing a little bit of that rainfall out there, but it's very isolated in nature. Not everyone will get to see that rainfall. In fact, Santa Fe, we're only forecasting a 10% chance of a stray shower or storm today. For the East Mountains, I think most of us are going to remain, again, more on that dry side today. And same with the metro. Unfortunately, I think it's more about the temperature. So stay hydrated if you're outside, not only today, but tomorrow. We're also forecasting another high, again, in the upper 80s to the lower 90s. But again, as we get into the weekend, we'll have some added moisture for elevated rain chances.